Cause 1 low battery power or a poor battery connection. Press the ignition button and turn the control knob to attempt ignition. If the clicking sound is weak, there is no spark or the burner does not light, check the igniter battery first. Turn the igniter battery cap counterclockwise and remove it. Remove the battery and check whether it is depleted. Also check that the battery polarity is correct. Replace it with a new battery of the same type if necessary, and install it in the correct direction. Turn the battery cap clockwise until secure to ensure good electrical contact. Press the ignition button again and confirm that a clear clicking sound is heard. Try lighting the burner again. Confirm that it ignites normally and the flame remains stable. Cause to corrosion on the battery or igniter terminals. Turn the battery cap counterclockwise and remove it. Inspect the spring in the battery cap and the internal igniter terminal for corrosion. Remove the battery and inspect both ends for rust or corrosion. Clean any corroded contact surfaces. Replace the affected part if it is severely damaged. Cause 3 incorrect gap between the ignition electrode and burner port. If the gap between the ignition electrode and the burner port is too large, the burner may fail to ignite. The electrode position must be adjusted. If the gap between the ignition electrode and the burner port is too small, the burner may also fail to ignite. After shutting off the gas supply, use pliers to adjust the ignition electrode gently. Align the ignition electrode with the burner port. Adjust the gap between the electrode and burner port to 3 to 5 mm. Test the ignition again and confirm that the spark jumps directly toward the burner port. Cause for attempting ignition immediately after opening the cylinder valve. If ignition is attempted immediately after opening the cylinder valve, gas may not yet have reached the burner. Turn all burner control knobs back to the off position. Reopen the cylinder valve and wait 10 seconds for gas to flow through the supply system. And press and turn the control knob to the ignition position while operating the igniter. Confirm that the burner lights normally and that the flame is stable. Cause 5. Improper gas connection or gas leak. If the flame remains very low after ignition, stop using the grill. Turn all burner control knobs to off and close the cylinder valve. Check that the regulator, hose, and fittings are connected correctly. Reconnect and tighten the fitting between the cylinder and regulator. Apply soapy water evenly around the connection between the cylinder valve and regulator. Slowly open the cylinder valve and watch the connection for continuous bubbles. Close the cylinder valve immediately and tighten the connection. Apply soapy water again and confirm that no more bubbles appear. Continue by checking the connection between the hose and the grill. Apply soapy water to each fitting and watch for continuous bubbles. If a leak is found, shut off the gas and tighten or replace the affected part. Never use an open flame to check for leaks. Cause 6. Attempting ignition before gas has fully entered the grill body. After opening the gas cylinder valve, do not operate the igniter repeatedly right away. Otherwise, the flame may remain very low or the burner may fail to ignite. Keep all burner control knobs in the off position and wait 10 seconds. Press and hold the control knob for the burner, then turn it counterclockwise to the ignition position. Cause 7 grease or debris on the ignition electrode or burner. If debris or grease has accumulated on the ignition electrode or burner, the burner may also fail to ignite. Close the cylinder valve and allow the grill to cool completely. Use a cleaning brush to remove any grease or debris from the ignition electrode and burner. Test the ignition again and confirm that the burner lights normally. Cause 8. Incorrect air shutter setting. If the flame lifts away from the burner ports or becomes noticeably red or yellow, adjust the air shutter. Turn off the burner and close the cylinder valve. Allow the grill to cool before making adjustments. Locate the air shutter at the burner inlet. Loosen the air shutter retaining screw. Move the air shutter slightly until the opening is approximately 3 to 5 mm. Re-tighten the retaining screw after adjustment. Re-light the burner and confirm that the flame is stable and blue. Cause 9 cracked ceramic insulator or damaged ignition wire. If the ceramic insulator on the ignition electrode is damaged or cracked, or if the internal wire is damaged, pressing the ignition button will not produce a spark, preventing the burner from igniting. Close the cylinder valve and disconnect the gas supply. Remove the screws securing the left front panel. Remove the screws securing the right front panel. Remove the retaining screw in the lower right corner on the inside of the grill's front panel. Remove the retaining screw in the lower left corner on the inside of the grill's front panel. Remove the 3 screws securing the top of the front panel. Remove the left and right screws first and remove the center screw last. Pull the front panel forward to expose the inner wires and the electronic ignition module. Support the front panel and do not let it hang freely, as this may pull the wires loose or break them. If any wires are loose or disconnected, reconnect them securely into the electronic ignition module. Disconnect and remove the damaged wire. Remove the retaining screw at the rear of the burner corresponding to the damaged ignition wire and cracks ceramic insulator. Remove the burner and ignition electrode assembly. Loosen the retaining screws, securing the ignition electrode. Remove the damaged ignition electrode assembly from the bracket. Install a new ignition electrode assembly in the original bracket. Tighten the bracket's screw and make sure the ignition electrode is secure. Route the new ignition wire through the original hole on the grill body. Insert the end of the wire into the electronic ignition module. If the electronic ignition module is damaged, the grill will also fail to ignite. Disconnect the wires from the electronic ignition module. Turn the igniter battery cap counterclockwise to remove it. Then take out the battery. Unscrew the igniter mounting nut, then remove the electronic ignition module. Install the new electronic ignition module in its original position. Screw the igniter mounting nut back into place. Reinstall the battery with the positive and negative ends in the correct direction. Turn the battery cap clockwise until secure. Press the ignition button and check whether the electronic ignition module produces a spark to confirm that it is installed correctly and the battery has sufficient power. Insert the ends of the 4 wires into the corresponding terminals on the electronic ignition modules. Reinstall the front panel in its original position, making sure not to pinch the valve or connecting wires. Reinstall all the securing screws.